Hey folks, it's Ash from Being SWENGLISH, and you may not have noticed, but the British Embassy in Stockholm just 3 hours ago put out a new update relating to the entry ban from non-EU countries into Sweden, and of course that relates directly to the UK, seen as it's now non-EU because of a certain cross-section of the population. And sadly, that means that the UK is stuck in a pile with other non-EU countries, and consequently, people that want to travel to Sweden are not able to from the UK still. Now, it's been extended until August the 31st. There is probably minimal chance that it will be renegotiated before then. There's a possibility as well that it might get extended beyond that as well. So the situation is not looking good. And this is just a massive blow to people like me who are desperate to see their family and their friends from the UK, moved into a new house in Sweden. And I've been living here for, over a year. And I've not seen my closest friends or family for ever since I moved here, basically. And that is really depressing. The first thing you want to do when you move to a new country is invite your friends over to stay, invite your family over to stay. Also, I've got a little boy and he's not seen his grandparents, and it's just really sad. And there are hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands at least others out there in a similar position. It's incredibly frustrating and incredibly sad, because if the UK was still in the EU, they wouldn't be subject to this right now. Now, another irritation about this is even fully vaccinated Brits can't travel. It doesn't make sense. It's completely illogical. If they said that the Brits could fly here and show their vaccination certificate, which everybody that's been vaccinated has, it's legitimised as well, it's authentic, then that should be grounds to be allowed in, but that's not even being considered here. They're just not allowed in. Now, there are people who's, they haven't seen their parents in years. There are people whose parents are aging as well, 80s. I've seen comments written in response to this post, and I just feel it's just horrible that these parents might pass away and they won't have seen their children, and their children won't have seen them for many, many years. The other thing is changing flights. Lots of people commenting about, well, we've got to change our flights. Again, my own mother, my own parents have changed their flights now 3 times, I think it is as well. And at what point, now the UK is recovering, the economy is going, back up to its previous levels, and airlines are starting to reoperate in the ways that they did before. How long before these airlines are not going to allow people to change their flights without cost? When are they going to start charging again, and it being a massive penalty, and hence people not booking flights at all because they're worried about these kind of costs? So that's another worrying thing. Now, there are some exceptions to this. For example, they say that urgent family reasons are grounds to be allowed in. So I guess under that umbrella, they mean sort of serious illness or terminal illness, hopefully not, probably other things like that. So that's one of the reasons. There are also some other exceptions. So, for example, they are allowing people who are a spouse, a registered partner, a common law cohabitation partner, children under the age of 18, and also foreigners whose intention it is to marry a Swede are allowed in. Siblings and cousins are not included. Now, those exceptions are all good. However, there's a lot of work if you want to enter here using one of those exceptions. It means that the traveller's responsibility is to get proof, and that has to be an excerpt from the birth certificate or some way to prove that you are indeed connected in the way that you say. The other way is a letter from the Migrationsverket, which you can apply for as well. But otherwise, it's just, regardless, a lot of effort, a lot of work, but maybe worth it. So if you are desperate to travel here, just go for it. Just do it, because if you can get that evidence, then you'll be allowed in. But it's not that simple when you return, because at the moment, remember, people returning from Sweden, which is classified as an amber country in the UK, will have to quarantine. That means quarantining for 10 days in a destination that you can choose, but you're not allowed to leave that destination, not even go to the shops. You can take a COVID test after 5 days of returning, and if you are negative, then you are released from that quarantine. But still, it is another hassle. There is, of course, also the tests that you need to pay for before you fly and before you fly back. They're not cheap. I believe the test outbound from the UK is about £150, so I've heard, and back to the UK is not cheap. These are the rapid tests, of course. So it's really not a good scenario. There is a post on the British Embassy Stockholm Facebook page. If you've got any questions, the best thing to do is comment there. Don't ask in Facebook groups because people don't really know. There's a lot of speculation and it's all changing dynamically. This only came out 3 hours ago, so it's all very new. But anyway, stay safe, everybody. Keep positive, keep happy. And yeah, it's fredagsmys now, so let's all get cozy on the sofa. Thanks for watching, folks. Subscribe as well if you enjoy these kind of updates. Cheers, folks.